So in today's video, I want to talk about systems in business and how that is really the key to getting more of your time back and scaling your operations. This is something I've struggled with for the past 8 to 10 years, really as long as I've been working for myself, being self-employed. It's understanding how to build a system, understanding how to hire people, and understanding how to plug them in for a more seamless kind of workflow. And it's something I still struggle with to this day. I've gotten better about it, but just some of the things I learned, I think it's worth sharing because I think a lot of people out there struggle with it when they're trying to scale up their income and their business. The thing for me has been learning how to create SOPs. And SOPs stands for Standard Operating Procedure, and it could be a document, it could be a video explaining a process, but it's just basically keeping track of all of your key processes for your business so that you're able to then hand that process over to a skilled professional, whether that's a system for project management, whether that's a system for inbox management, whether that's any kind of assistant role or anything like that. It's basically just making sure that you have all of your key processes, that mainly the ones that you shouldn't have to do yourself. And that's really the key, because the whole point about setting up processes is that you're going to get more of your time back and you're going to be able to focus on things that matter more for your business and your day-to-day operations. Now, I think a lot of people, they go on the internet and they watch videos about, oh, you can work 4-hour work week and you can do 45 minutes a day and make all these thousands of dollars. And that's usually not the case, right? You're going to have to you're still going to have to put in a fair amount of work, and you're still going to have to manage these people that you're bringing on and make sure the process is working, because a lot of times you'll have to go back and change your process if there's cracks in it, right? So you have to always be open to that stuff. But overall, really the difference in my workflow over the past even year, when I started figuring out ways to systematize things more easily, which I hadn't been doing before, it's made my life a lot better overall. To spend more time with family, and there's still a lot of work to do and you're still busy, but at least you're focusing on things that, on things that move the needle a little bit more in your business. And there's still a lot of work to be done for us and improving that even further, but I think we're on the right track, and a lot of it just came from starting to document everything I do and create videos and make videos while you're doing the work. And you don't have to make it all fancy and formal. Just talk about what you're doing. Talk to yourself. I talk to myself anyway, so it was an easy one. I just had to hit the record button. And then I'm able to hand it off to a VA or a contractor or whoever, and they're able to take that and run with it. And it's been a pretty seamless process for the most part. You're still going to have to hire the right people, and that's not easy. I've had many issues with that. I'm still learning how to do that. But at least you have something you can give to them, and it also helps you try more people out for certain roles, right? So if you're interviewing and you say there's 5 people, or maybe less than that, there's 2 or 3 people who really stand out in this process, but I won't know for sure until they actually get in and do the work. You can hand them the SOP and say, what do you think of this? Can you follow this? Can you give me an example of what this would look like? And then you can get results very quickly, and you can use that as a hiring test to see how they would manage it, how quickly they could turn it around, and most importantly, do they understand the SOP itself? Can they analyze the document and give you what you need from that? Can they understand the video? However you're delivering that to them. And yeah, just being organized, and then keeping all that stuff in a Google Drive folder as well. Whether it's videos, Google Docs, Sheets, however you're keeping that stuff together. Put it in a drive, label it internal, call it an internal agency folder, whatever you need to do. But just make sure you can keep track of it all and be able to refer other people to it when they come on board. And that's really the easiest way to go about that. And yeah, I think that's really how you get from a place where you feel like you're in the weeds of your business every second versus actually starting to grow things and scale things and get more of your time back to focus on other things. That's really the key. So I don't know if this helps anyone, but that's just speaking on my experience with this whole thing. So yeah, creating systems, SOPs, stuff that's going to ultimately, hopefully, help bring on more people and help you out and help you grow, because that's really the key. We're all looking for growth, whether we're doing SEO, pay-per-lead, lead gen, what have you. It's all about growth and figuring out how to reduce bottlenecks. And the biggest way to do that is to create processes. And people think processes are a super fancy thing that you have to be really smart to do it. It's literally just documenting what you're doing. That's all it is. If you've done something 50 times, just write it down next time. Make a video about it next time. You could even make a video about it and then have that video transcribed. I've been using a great software called Descript, where it'll take any video and transcribe it into AI text. And it does it actually pretty accurately. It's a pretty good AI engine from the outputs that I've gotten from it. So that's one way you could go, and then you could upload that into a Google Doc and share it with the video or whatever. Anyway, you need to get creative, but the key is process, and just document what you're doing. And once you have that in place, it'll become a lot easier to scale things and get to that next plateau, which is what we're all gunning for. So I hope this helped maybe somebody. Leave a like, subscribe, the usual stuff, and we'll see you next time.